All right, to talk about that story and other legal topics, I'm joined tonight by News 8 legal expert, New Haven attorney Tara Knight, in our Ask the Lawyer segment. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Dan.
All right, let's talk about that case first, that lawsuit. What chance do you think Fogle's wife has in that suit, and what is the judge going to look at?
Well, it's a little bit of a stretch because essentially what she's doing is she's suing, and she's based her complaint on 5 different reasons. 2 of them, for instance, are negligence and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The reason I think it's a stretch is because in order to succeed on these claims, she is going to have to say that Subway owed her either a duty or that they intended or recklessly caused her problems by their conduct. And their conduct is essentially disregarding third-party complaints concerning Jared's extra pedophilic activities.
And that will all take a while to play out.
Absolutely, yeah. No, this is going to be a lot. I can understand maybe if the victims of his crime sued the company, but it is a little bit novel.
Yeah.
Yes,
unusual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's shift gears here. Let's talk about renters' rights. This time of year, it is common as it gets colder, people turn on, we get this from viewers all the time, they turn on the furnace for the first time and the furnace doesn't work. As a renter, what can you do if that happens?
Well, first of all, landlords have very specific obligations in this regard. They must keep the heat at least 65 degrees. And if the apartment or the home that you're living in and renting is not 65 degrees, the landlord must either replace the heater, buy a new heater, or if the lease calls for it, to pay for the fuel, or just ensure that the apartment or house is that that degree.
Right.
If they don't, they could face damages and a suit in court.
Now, what if you, the renter, caused the problem with the furnace? What if that happened?
Well, it's still the landlord's obligation to make sure that the property and the equipment, I mean, if the renter does it intentionally, that's one thing. But if there's some mistake or if there's a breakdown, it's certainly the landlord's responsibility to keep the apartment warm.
All right, we hear about this all the time too. What if it's a recurring problem and the landlord isn't doing something to fix it?
What you have to do is you can either call the police or call the code enforcement office and report the landlord. What I would suggest you do is write a letter, send it to the landlord, keep a copy, and if it's not remedied, then you take the landlord to housing court and you can sue and you can get money damages. You can get 2 months rent paid, you can end your lease, or you can actually get the cost of your hotel room if you were forced to stay there paid ×2.
Yeah, and the paper trail really helps you keep the paper trail, then you know you've got evidence of what
Evidence
happened.
is important in court.
It is key. She knows, too. Tara Knight, thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
If you'd like to see this or any of Tara's interviews, we have them all up on our app right now and on our website at WTNH.com.